Can you make money as a tax sale investor without ever visiting a job site or remodeling a house? Absolutely. And in this episode, we're going to discuss just that. First off, my name is Casey Dimon. I am a tax sale veteran, and I am your host right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. You know, when most people picture real estate investing, they imagine construction crews, remodels, shiny before and after photos. And I get it. That's what you see on TV. That's what most of the gurus that train people want you to believe. But here's the thing. When it comes to tax deed investing, swinging a hammer isn't always the best way to make money. In fact, for many investors, especially when you're just getting started out, it can be one of the fastest ways to lose time, money, and lots of energy. Today, I want to show you how you can flip tax deed properties without ever stepping foot onto a job site, without having to argue with the contractors, and without sinking your capital into expensive remodels. Let's start here. Renovations sound glamorous. HGTV makes them look fun and easy. Buy it cheap, fix it up, sell it for a fortune. The reality? It's very, very complicated. I've watched so-called experts on job sites where they have dozens of workers running around in the background. They have roll-off dumpsters filling up with debris. They have contractors arguing and people just scurrying everywhere. And they say that is how you must invest in tax-defaulted real estate. To be honest, it's pretty overwhelming, and more importantly, it's very, very expensive. Now, I'll be the first one to admit, I have substantial experience going down that path. For years and years, I did what I thought I was supposed to do. That's what the books and the shows tell people to do. That's what I thought real estate investors did. But here's what I learned. Remodels, they drain you. They drain your time, your money, your interest, your sanity. They drain everything when it comes to you and how you operate your business. You will find that you will have delay after delay. You'll get change orders, budget overruns. You'll come across unexpected issues after unexpected issue. And by the time you finally sell, your profit margin is usually a whole lot thinner than you expected, and you've invested much more time than you had anticipated. Now, contrast that with this approach. Instead of sinking months into construction, you flip the property quickly, often as is, and you let somebody else handle the whole remodel process. Now, that might mean that you sell it to a landlord and they rehab it themselves. Or maybe you sell it to another flipper. They rehab it and they do everything themselves. Regardless, you're just looking for somebody that you can sell it to quickly for cash, and you move on. You make money much faster. You don't need nearly as much capital up front. You keep your liquidity, which means you can have more to move on to the next deal right away. You know, some people will spend 6 months going to a job site every single day and dealing with contractors to make substantially less than other investors are making in that same time period, sitting in their office, flipping properties very, very quickly to cash buyers. For most investors, especially beginners, that second option will build momentum. It'll build confidence much faster. It'll also be much easier, and it'll provide you with much more freedom with your time. And I don't know about you, but that is what I am after. You know, this works in real estate in general, but it especially works well in the tax deed world. You're often going to be buying at such a low price that even discounted resales will still leave you plenty of profit. I resell a large majority of my properties to other investors. I win because I make money and I can move on to the next deal, and they win because they can eventually make money as well. There are always going to be motivated buyers, investors that don't want to chase auctions, investors that don't want to invest the time into learning the tax sale business, who are willing to buy your deals from you. And another thing that matters a lot is momentum. The faster you can recycle your money, the quicker it will grow. It's that snowball effect. Now, like I said earlier, I've been down that renovation road many times. I had projects where I thought this is how you're supposed to do it. You buy the property cheap and you go and remodel it and you sell it to an end user. But I found myself knee deep in contractor drama. Budget overruns, stolen materials, lousy work quality, delay after delay, excuse after excuse. Meanwhile, the simplest deals I've ever done were the quick flips or even just vacant land sales. And oftentimes they were the most profitable, especially when it comes to factor in time, energy, and effort. And that's the beauty of this business. You can build tax sale wealth without ever having to visit a job site, without arguing with the contractors, and without ever having to step into that porta potty that hasn't been serviced in the last month. So here's how you make money without remodeling. Number one, you buy it right. You don't overpay. Your profit is in the purchase. Make money when you buy, not when you sell. Number two, strategize. Determine exactly how you're going to sell that property pre-purchase. And if you want to sell it quickly, it'll likely need to be to a cash buyer and probably another investor. Number three, market it as is. Use an investor-friendly agent or market directly yourself. Number four, price it for speed. Forget trying to squeeze out every single dollar. Price it to move. It should allow you to make money and also allow the person that whoever buys it from you to make a little bit of money as well. Again, we're trying to roll our capital over. We don't need to hold out for the top dollar. And again, number five, take that profit, keep rolling it into the next deal, and keep stacking wins. One of my Tax Sale Academy members, Thomas, he actually picked up a property for $17,200. He asked me, should I remodel it or should I do a quick flip? I said no. I said flip it as is. Within 3 weeks, he sold that property for $36,000. He more than doubled his money without doing anything besides posting a few classified ads online. He drove by the property one time, pre-purchased, but he never even visited that property after he bought it. You know, had he gone down the renovation path, he'd still be waiting on permits. He'd still be trying to get bids. He would still be dealing with contractors or trying to figure out what to do with all those unexpected issues that pop up. But instead, because he was able to sell it very quickly and more than double his money, and he moved right on to the next deal. And another angle that some people often overlook is vacant land. With vacant land, there is nothing to fix. There is no remodels to do. There's no drywall. There's no plumbing, no foundation issues. You simply research it, buy it right, and you flip it. And a lot of people are hesitant when it comes to investing in vacant land for whatever reason, but it can be just as profitable as homes are. You know, I love vacant land because you can do the entire deal from your computer. No dumpsters, no job sites, no mess. I mean, it's very, very easy to do. So let's wrap all this up. Remodeling looks glamorous on TV. In real life, it's very complicated, it's very expensive, it can be very overwhelming. You don't need to play contractor to succeed in this business. Instead, flip properties quickly or just focus on vacant land. Either way, you'll make money faster, you'll keep your cash working, and you're going to save yourself a ton of stress. Remember, the goal here is not to prove you can be the next HGTV star. The goal is to build a business that makes real money consistently without wasting time, energy, and capital, and without giving up all the freedom of time you have when you sell properties quickly opposed to remodeling them. Is it possible to make money remodeling properties? Yeah, of course it is. But dollar for dollar, and for each hour invested, I'd much rather take my money, snowball it, move it on to more deals, and use all that extra time doing the things that I love to do with the people that I enjoy being with. But that's just me. Listen, if this episode hits home for you, come join me and many other investors inside our community to interact, to learn, and to grow. You can do that at taxselhq.com. It's where I break down a lot of the systems, where everybody interacts, and where we have weekly trainings that we go over new workshops, new question and answer sessions, and a few deal breakdowns. And you can start building your tax sale business the way you want to build it. Again, that's taxselhq.com. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Take care, folks. See ya.